jump right into our interview, because Cindy Kelly is intelligent. She's, obviously, a nice and good person, but she's a mother of 2 kids. She works from home, and she makes more, I'm just going to brag, than probably 90% or more of people who work as CEOs or presidents or owners of companies. And she did it through Purium. So I am so proud of this mama, of this person, of this human being, for what she stands for and the way that she has totally rocked Purium. And she did it, honestly, like she did it when it was real. It's so easy now. It's like a paved super highway. She did it when she had to have a machete and she was like fighting through the woods. So I'm going to throw this over to Cindi and Amy and let these 2 powerful leaders inspire you. But if you are been invited onto this call, you have really, really need to talk to the person who invited you and thank them for bringing you in to this amazing company, because we are rocking it and we're not slowing down.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Dave. And thank you so much, Cindi, for jumping on with us today. And I can ditto and double down on everything that Dave said. You are an inspiring, passionate leader whose belief is just so deep. It just exudes from you. And your passion for helping others succeed also exudes from you. And I think that's part of why you are such a successful leader here at Purium. So welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I want to start by thanking both of you for allowing me to put down the machete, because it's so much easier now that I don't need to carry it.
Awesome. Well, why don't we go back to the days that you were chopping down the bush, and tell our listeners, if people are just getting to know you. Cindi is a seasoned veteran leader, field advisory board member, 2-star crown with the company. But for those that may not know you, share your story. How did you get involved? What was your driver to take this business on when you didn't come from a world of network marketing?
Yeah, I think being introduced to this world 6.5 years ago was a surprise and a blessing, right? Like, a lot of things happen in our life that are kind of unexpected, and they turn out to be the best things that ever happened to us. I did not know what I was getting myself into, other than the fact that I had read through all the literature, the labels. Like, I was really excited about the integrity of the products, and I thought that these were really consumable products for everyone. I loved that it wasn't just like appealing to weight loss or to athletes or to any kind of fad diet, but that it was truly like a lifestyle. And my background was corporate sales, and I was in sales management my whole career and had been really successful, but I really truly was like the epitome of someone that traded my time for dollars. And I was never home. And quite frankly, before I had children, I was 100% okay with that. Like, I just worked all the time to have the life that I wanted. And in that, I also realized that I was only a valuable asset to my employers when I was working. And so that sort of became a compromise when I wanted vacation time, or I wanted that time for myself. It was like, oh, well, she's not here, business suffers. So therefore, like, we don't really like respect her home life, her family time, because it affects the business. Like, that was how I was trained, like kind of appreciated when you're working, but not really appreciated as a human outside of that. And then like in walk Purium, and I thought, my gosh, there's these products that the whole world needs, a business that so few people truly know about, and I could replace my income or potentially make more money, and I could be home and be present with my children. And when I found Purium, my older son, he was 3 at the time, and I had just found out I was pregnant at the exact same time I started Purium with a second. And I thought, I don't want this corporate life where I'm working 80 hours a week to have the ability to provide for my family and live the life that I want. So Purium just kind of appeared in my life in a time when I couldn't be more grateful that it did. And I knew that if I put the same amount of work ethic and determination into doing this, that even though there wasn't a roadmap and maybe there was a machete, that if I worked really, really hard and believed in something, that I could make this happen, just like I made my career happen, in the corporate world. So that's how I got started.
Well, tell us about when you got started. I guess I can't say put your foot on the gas because there were no roads, but I guess you just got really powerful in that swing. What did you do? Just tell our listeners about the rise you took, how quickly you went from nothing to diamond to red diamond to 2-star crown. And I mean, let's talk about what's possible when you just pick up the phone and you work and you're passionate about something.
Yeah, so I played leapfrog with the comp plan. Like I really did. Like it was like I wanted to know the first step, but then I wanted to hit it today. And then like I didn't necessarily look at 10 steps ahead. Like I looked at an overview and I was like, here's where I want to be, but now what do I do? And just let me hit this as fast as I can. And then the next and the next and the next. And I realized very early on that this business was not about what I was capable of doing. This business was about the teamwork and how many other people I helped. So when you say that, like, I lead a team, like there really is no other way to do this than to lead a team. Because if you want residual income, like if you want the benefit of the network marketing model, the benefits of residual income come from you not having to work 80 hours a week for the rest of your life, because you have to be the one present and doing it. Because if you have to do everything yourself, then you're kind of stuck back in that grind where, it never changes. But the beautiful part about this model, which I took on initially, was that I was really business forward. And I saw that, hey, if I'm really excited about these products, like if I was super pumped that I could use them during pregnancy and really excited to get greens into my 3-year-old and thought of everybody in the world whose life I could impact, then others would feel the same way. But I only know so many people. So how do I reach more people? Well, I reach them through others. And so my initial approach was based on the realization that duplication was absolutely everything, and that I couldn't duplicate myself, but that we could duplicate processes and duplicate a model. And so that if I could plug into tools, which you guys have now in a way that I can't even possibly begin to tell you 6.5 years ago, like the night and day difference, it's truly like monumental. But if we could plug into the tools that were there and then back then create the tools that we needed to, like what did we need to duplicate the process, like I said, so that we couldn't duplicate ourselves, that's truly all that I did. And that's everything that we have right now. So instead of like going out to my warm market and my network and just talking about these products, like I went out there and talked about business, right? And like now we have all of these business promotions and all of these tools that are specific for that. But that was sort of what I was pioneering back at that time, was the concept of everyone just talking about these amazing products. Because for me, it was the realization that, hey, if I was going to talk to someone about aligning with me, if they were going to trust in me, if they were going to partner with me and take my word for something, there was a few core things that were going to happen. Is one, they were going to be a customer. So it's like, I think we all got so caught up on how incredible our products are that we had to just talk about them because they were saving the world. But the truth is, we were never going to get a brand partner that wasn't also a customer. Our brand partners are our best customers for the most part. We consume ridiculous amounts of products. I mean, how many do I take a day? 25 products? Like, it's ridiculous how much we take. So we are our best customers, except we're customers that also share and created a business model so that we can do something that we love and that we're so passionate about and create income. Because a true customer might love and appreciate our products so much, and then there's a very high probability that they have a job doing something that they don't love, but it pays the bills and it's fulfilling as far as like certain pieces of their life, like maybe, providing for their family, but there could be a lot of other things that it doesn't fulfill in their soul. And so if you feel super connected to Purium and for what this company has to offer as far as the products go, like the natural thing to do is to consider the partnership opportunity for yourself, but even more importantly, possibly would be for those that you love. And I think that's what I did early on, as I thought, well, gosh, this opportunity, if I feel this way, why wouldn't others feel this way? And then the empowerment that comes from knowing that the people that you bring into a company are also winning as consumers, like with their product story, but also financially. And that there's mamas coming home to their babies and people leaving corporate jobs and people seeing a light at the end of the tunnel for those that maybe didn't have success. Like just knowing that you can help so many different people with so many different ways was what I did. And it's like we created, so back then, like the difference is we did have to create tools and create a path to be able to get people to see how to duplicate a business, which is everything that you guys have done for us now that's made this so incredible. But my start was being business forward and sharing in the opportunity.
Well, let's talk about, I want to get your take on a tool that you were instrumental in creating. For those of you that don't know, the UBT, the Ultimate Business Transformation, was the work of Cindy Kelly, crunching numbers in her head. And in the fab, she took it to the fab. We were like, whoa, this is amazing. So tell us about this tool that you came up with in your head, or the framework in your head, how you're using it, the duplication you're seeing, and just the excitement that you and your team are feeling as people are just rolling through the fast start.
Yeah, so I'm like that numbers person. Everything sort of makes sense to me when I think in numbers, and when I think of how to get from point A to point B. Like there has to be this roadmap to get there. Like without it, you kind of have this dream and you don't really have a plan. And so I thought about the things that helped me. Like that's really what I did. Like what did I do? So like a long time ago, we didn't have an e-commerce program. We didn't have this beautiful customer focused program where we could let customers come in and just be customers. And it's beautiful that we allow those that want to be customers to have a website like iShopPerium and to come in and truly be customers. But we also have to help all of the people that want to make money have a roadmap and put equal, or if not more, emphasis on that, because that's how we grow and how we get more customers. So in my brain, it was like, well, what's the mathematical formula that makes it possible to be able to create rank advancements? And rank advancements come from those of you that are, new, or maybe you're just listening for the first time. Our business model grows from points, right? And so like points that are given to you in the back office, every item, every product has a certain point value. And so points equal your position in the company. And so like each position comes with more and more benefits, more and more pay, right? Like, so when you get to the first leadership rank of diamond and above, you start getting base pay every month. You start getting profit sharing every month, matching bonuses on what your team does, all kinds of amazing, 5-star vacations that you get to go on with the company. And so there's a lot that you get besides just getting paid on the orders and the volume that your team does. So my thought here is like, well, what do we need to win? You need a lot to celebrate, and you need people that are moving into this. So how do we get them there faster? Well, we create incentives to bring in people that are going to grow, because all the incentives in the world to bring in a customer is, again, it's just like this linear thing that helps that one individual person. But what do we need to do to create the excitement and the momentum for people to bring in more? Because that exponential growth, like changing it to a multiplication formula from addition, is how we create new leaders, how we create new diamonds, how we create new crowns. And so ultimately, what happens when you're part of a winning team? I want you to think about that in anything in life. If you're part of a team that's winning, you're inspired to bring more people in. And so if our company is winning and we're creating new ranks, like new crowns, new diamonds, like how are we creating them? We're creating new ranks by people that are bringing in more volume. How do we get more volume? Well, let's inspire them to bring in more people that bring in partners, right? Because we all know a customer doesn't duplicate. So we can have the most like lucrative customer program in the world with the most amazing products. But if we need to grow our business, like we all love each other. We're this incredible, beautiful community and culture and family, but all we're ever going to be is a beautiful culture, community, and family if we don't bring in new partners that continue to see the vision and allow us to grow. So how do we grow? We come up with a business plan that gives us an opportunity to basically double down the more work you do. And so the UBT promotion, I feel like it's catching on like wildfire with the field, because you basically get a whole bunch of points awarded based on how many partners you bring in a week, and then again cumulatively in a month. And so when you go and get one partner and you're really excited just because you have someone working with you, you're ready to get the second one. But then if you get two, knowing that at 3 there's a huge reward, nobody's stopping at 2. And so it's like the carrot is dangled to be like, I need my third, I need to keep going, I need to get one more. And then you forget that, like, okay, you just won and you got this prize and it was exciting and rewarding, but oh my gosh, like what about the prize that I have 3 new brand partners as a result of it? Like, now you have a task force to actually get out and work with you. And so all of a sudden you're not trying to like shoulder this whole responsibility of how am I going to grow this team? Like, I have brand new people. I have 2 new people this week that came in the last 2 weeks and already triple ranked because of this promotion. And it's like, that wasn't happening. I wasn't seeing that in so long, where people were growing so fast because they didn't know, like, if I do this in 1 week, this is what happens. And then, oh my gosh, like, it's really just working your business smarter, honestly. So if you know that it takes, X amount of effort to get to a result, but if you tweak it and you focus here, you could do half the effort and get double the result. Like, why wouldn't you? That's just working your business smarter. So Amy and Dave have given us like this beautiful opportunity to truly get to the ranks faster. And I promise you, the ranks pay. Like, every single rank is going to pay you more and more and more. And so what every single one of us should do is just look at the roadmap and say, how do I get to the first step and then to the second one? Because the fire and the energy that promotions like this UBT are creating are allowing us to bring in partners. And then when we have a whole tribe and a whole field of partners, like, it's not just one of us that has to do all of this. It's like the cumulative effort together. I feel like it's inspiring the teams that are having it, but then potentially even more importantly, I'm seeing it inspire all of the crossline teams in the company. And they're like, I'm literally getting messages. I'm like, well, she's doing that, I have to keep up. And like, she's doing this, I have to keep up. And like, that's been like the most exciting part, is just seeing all these messages where people that are completely unrelated are inspired by someone else's story. And that's what puts you into momentum and makes it more attractive for you to bring in even more people.
Well, that is amazing. We're so inspired and so excited about what is going on and all the new people that are partnering with us. So tell us, if we have someone on the line, you're hearing about Purium for the first time today, or maybe someone that's been with Purium for a while and is ready to relaunch their business and jump in with 2 feet, what would be some sage advice, your best advice for that person getting started today?
So number 1, you have to start with confidence and a really clean posture in what you're going to do. Because if you start with anything, whether it's day 1 or whether it's like completely relaunching, all the baggage that you're holding on to, all the questions, all the self-doubt, all the, network marketing questions, or am I good enough questions, or objections about, the cost of something, or your own relationship with money, or what, the list goes on and on. We all have it. Okay. That does not serve you. And this is the thing, people will pick up on that. So if you start with the approach of like, I'm going to try, you're going to have an entire list of people that are like, yeah, great. Let me know how you do. And when you win, then tell me. And if you take the different stand where you say, hey, I might not know exactly what this is going to look like. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know. I don't have the specifics. I haven't done it yet, but I know I'm 100% in. I'm confident in my leadership. I'm confident in the company. I'm confident in the products. Like, and I'm going to do this, and I'd rather have you do it with me. If you go out with that mentality, don't feel like you have to say everything. Look at this. Like, we have owners of our company that do 3 opportunity Zooms per week that you can like literally put your prospect on a Zoom. You don't have to present anything. You've got them and different guests like myself telling you everything. Like, take advantage of the tools. So my advice would be really clear. Like, think about why you're doing it. Get really connected to the reason that's behind it, because people will be more connected to the emotions and the passion and the desire and what you're talking about than they will like a laundry list of like every detail about where ingredients are sourced. Like, it'll be way over their head. So just make a decision for yourself that I'm going to do it no matter what it takes, and then find a mentor, whether it's your person that enrolled you or somebody in your upline. Like, be open to the possibilities that you don't need to recreate anything. Don't reinvent the wheel. Like, follow systems that work, and know that since this is about duplication, you've got to be able to plug in. So while it's amazing and great, like, we have an entire iLearn training platform, and I want everyone to do that. I want it to be not the only thing we do where we sit there and have to train forever and don't just get out there and start talking. Because if you just get out there and start talking and you can hit the fast start, like, there's a reason that we put bonuses into play in a fast time frame, because we know that if you can hit these achievements fast, your story becomes what you're doing and the money you're making, and that becomes what you share. So it becomes really real when you're winning. So if you hear, oh, well, Cindi did this 6 years ago, and you're like, that doesn't mean I can do it. You know, there's a disconnect. But if you go and do it right now, like, no one else's story matters when you have your own story. Like, your story becomes your posture and your confidence. And so if you haven't done that, the best thing you can do is create someone else's story right now. Go out and enroll someone, and then have your story be, the last person I just enrolled, I got them through all the fast start. I got them through the UBT. Like, have them win in the promotions that we have, so that your confidence and your posture for your next person is like, here's what I'm doing. So that's what I would do. I would get out and I would start as fast as you can, like, eliminate all the blocks, allow yourself to be part of the community, part of the culture, and then mentored by people that are winning, so that you bring people into a winning team and create duplication.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. Your passion is contagious. We are so grateful to have your leadership here at Purium. I'm so blessed and grateful to have you in my life personally. And it is incredible what you are doing, how you're leading your team, and supporting everyone in their own transformations, both on the health and the financial health and leadership. It's so incredible. So thank you so much, Cindi, for everything that you're doing, and thank you for being here today.
You're welcome.
Wonderful. Well, she is an incredible leader. She is passionate. She is contagious with her level of belief, and that's what we're building here at Purium. So again, if you're hearing about Purium for the very first time, please get back with a person who hand-selected you to get into business with them, to partner with us and with them to go out and change the world. So Dave, I'm going to pass it back to you for final word as we close up our business opportunity presentation for today.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, again, welcome to all of our new brand partners and all of our future new brand partners who are on the call right now. And I want to tell you that if I gave you a treasure map, and to your dreams, you know, that's what Cindi's learned to do. She knows where the money's buried. Okay. This girl absolutely knows where the money's buried. And she's got a map, and she leads people there. And then they turn around and they go, oh my God, that was so easy. Cindi, I just did those things you put on the map, and now I'm rocking it. So she's going to show you. And here's what I love about Cindi's training. You know, she doesn't put some big thing on top of a mountain and say, climb the mountain. It's an Easter egg hunt. Every time you go down the path a little bit, you're going, oh my God, and you're putting more eggs in your basket. And so, Cindi, I love the way you train. I love the way you teach, because you let people win. You let them win early. You let them win often, and you let them feel good along the way. And if you just set some high goal, I want to be Cindi, I want to be making more than 98% of Americans. Well, that's not where you start. Okay. That's not where you start. Okay. So thank you for you're such an amazing trainer. Thank you for your contributions to the UBT, and just making everything work the way that you do. So keep making treasure maps, keep taking people down that trail, keep letting them put eggs in their basket. And I know that, you know, it always happens when you keep at the Easter egg hunt, there's that big egg, you know what I mean? There's that big egg. And so I hope that everybody finds it. But thank you for playing. It's so fun to be winning while we're changing people's lives.